don't take my words for it. On my screen over there, that is the Sultan, shaking hands with the most wanted jihadist that has been banned in India. I mean, why was it banned? In 2016, this man was linked with a bomb blast that happened in India. And ever since, that man has been running helter skelter for also preaching Islamic, extreme views, terrorism, fear, and whatnot. But here we are today. I mean, the Sultan of Sokoto actually turbaning him, wearing him all sort of attires in a country that is so fragile like Nigeria. Dr. Zakir Naik is this person I'm talking about. You can go and Google it so that you won't feel offended. I do not want you to think maybe I am somewhat speaking ill of our revered Sultan. No. Why is the Sultan not putting into the consideration the reactions of his fellow Nigerian? What must confess, even in the palace, in the caliphate of the Sultan, is the Nigerian identity, not the Islamic identity. But what I see, what I perceive, and what I think they have come to agree and assert that nobody can question them is it has to be the religion identity first. Of course. Imagine we start seeing the likes of Oyedepo. We start seeing the likes of Adeboye with Christians who have been globally tagged as terrorists in other countries. I beg, wouldn't the country begin to turn over itself? You know the most annoying thing? There was no debunking, not one debunking from the seat of the caliphate. But instead, the northern youth were celebrating. In fact, the northern youth, the likes of Faris, the like of Seriki, they said, oh, our beloved man of God, this place is your home. You're welcome. In fact, you can make this your place of residence. And then you wonder somehow that why do we have a situation where some people will be feeling insecure when the likes of Donald Trump said, I want to come and wipe out anything extremism, killing our very cherished Christians. You wonder why? A person like Zahir Nakir, whatever his name is, will of course flee in defense of United States, in defense of anti-extremism. This so-called person will flee. And there's a common saying, they said, birds of a feather or of the same feather, a bird of a feather flocks together. So for those that have, commended this man for visiting Nigeria, that have defended the Sultan for, welcoming him, all manner of things, you can imagine why they are so much against the intervention of the United States of America. You can understand why they are hell-bent, why the North today is saying that any help from the United States of America, the Northern Nigeria rejects it. You can imagine why. You can imagine why Sheikh Gumi will say that Donald Trump, Umbanu, there's no Christian genocide. In fact, Christians are not the one that is being targeted. You can just conclude and understand why they spend so much resources and energy to defend that lie that there's no Christian attack. Yes, because when you catch them pants down, if the Sultan can welcome such a man, this is a man with so much controversies, for God's sake. This is a man we shouldn't, anything that has to do with Nigeria, you have to be fragile. As the president, you must understand that when I pour oil on the Muslim, it has to be the same quantity that I will pour on the Christians. Yes, because these people are at par and it is too fragile to accommodate, to manage. Yes, because you wouldn't want it to tilt too much to the left, not to the right. You want to find equilibrium at every point in time. Now, whenever you say a word that is provocative to the other side, you must check the temperature, correct yourself, pull back, withdraw, so that you can become a true Nigerian. As a Nigerian, we have understood that this country is heterogeneous. This country is a mixture, like a concussion rice, where the Christians and the Muslims are almost of the same population. Even despite the statistics that show that we have more Muslims, however, the Christians will not agree. Neither will the Muslims agree. So these things, whoever is seen as a religious leader must be very careful. This was why when Adeboye said something about the attack against Israel in October 7 in 2023, the Muslims went after him. Is it 2023 or 2024? 2024. The Muslims in their large numbers attacked him. Boom. Why the Christians were saying that, yes, we are with the Adeboye simply pull out that statement. He put it out. He pulled it out. He put it back. Deleted the tweet. Am I attacking Sultan? No. I am stating the obvious. This is what you can see on my screen. It is what you see on my screen. And if I come here to talk about it, because it deserves to be talked about. We cannot say we want to continue a country where we'll be hypocritical with the truth. And we want to be so loud with fallacies, lies. No. That is not how a nation will build. I don't want to continue to be a part of a nation that is built on lies, hypocrisy, deception. I don't want to be a part of it. Somehow, some of us will say that Nnamdi Kanu was a prophet. He was just unfortunate to come faster than the time he should. Yes. The likes of Odimejo Ojukwu, Awolowo, these people were way ahead of their time. In the next 30, 40 years, everybody in Nigeria will be talking about that. Let us have a total reconstruction of this nation if Tinubu fails to do it. Because I dare say that Tinubu will be the last southern president that will have the opportunity to talk about restructuring, because right now he has every chance. Yes, he has a Senate, he has a House of Rep, he has the police, he has the army, he has everybody right there from the middle belt to the south on his side on this issue of restructuring, regulating Sharia, creating state police, talking about state resource, talking about tax reform bill. All these things are very critical for the emancipation of every Nigerian regions. If Nigeria has to break into 8 regions, we might still be called the Nigerian. But at this time, let us become a confederate. We should not have a situation whereby bamboo go to work, monkey go to chop. That must stop. That, in all sincerity, should stop. No nation can work this way. No, it's lies. Lies upon lies. Yes, you tell me, why should the Americans say that they are coming to attack or they are coming to protect the Christians and wipe out Islamic extremists? So therefore they are saying they don't know. Are you telling me the North is synonymous to extremism? Please, let us sit down and iron it out. Are you simply telling me that the North is synonymous to extremism? Are you telling me everybody is sentimental or have the same philosophy with the extreme view pushes? I want to know. If that is the case, then there's no time to waste. No time to waste. Then we can just simply agree that you all are responsible for the killings, for the genocidal actions against the Christians. I mean, very clear and simple. There shouldn't be sugarcoating it. There shouldn't be, pushing your words and getting scared. No, why? What sense is in that? For God's sake, what sense is in that? If Saudi Arabia, who has always been helping the North in terms of Quranic advancement or understanding, advancing Quranic understanding, providing finance to build mosque, to build Arabic institutions, they send in there during the Ramadan, they grant scholarship to go and study Quranic studies in Saudi Arabia and Medina. If they said, okay, for extreme views, we want Nigeria to continue to coexist as they were, where the Christians, the Muslims, the traditionalists, everybody feels secure. If they have said they wanted to come and help, I am telling you, you would have the Christians come out in their numbers and say, ah, no. That's not going to happen. But we know the intention of the Saudi. Yeah? I have never seen a play where the Saudi will come out and say they want to stop the push of Islamic extremism. They took it to Burkina. They took it to Senegal. They took it to Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone rejected it. Ibrahim Traore rejected it. He said, don't build 300 mosques. Convert them to 300 medical teaching schools. Since that day, we don't see anything. No. Pim, we know yeah. Pim like this. Burkina, no yeah. But again, our Nigerian government, for political reasons, would accept such hate. In fact, they would double down, had our own money to it. You will start seeing Nigerian government building religious institutions, building mosques, building churches. You know, I've always said it, that we have to be careful. Make Nigeria no cut us. While I always want to say that Nigeria should peacefully, restructure. Realistically, I don't see that happening. Because this is an opportunity for this to happen. You do not want America to come. Some want America to come. Some have shown how they have been pied for many years. You are saying they have not been pied enough, so you cannot categorically say that it is a genocide. You are saying even if they are pieing them, they are pieing the Muslims too. Okay, the person where they pie both you and them, America, they show hands. Say, okay, you know what? Make I come kill you. Make I come help you now. Clear those mofos. You say no. Not is against America. I never see where in this world where person they won't help you. You are inside the gutter. You are inside the mud. You are inside fire. Someone is stretching hand. Oh, yeah, come into water. I say no. This is your hand. Your own hand, now evil hand. Like for real. And we would continue like this in the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. So you mean by God's grace, inshallah, in this confusion is what I will grow old into? I forbid it though. I forbid it. I go rather go Ghana or go, as most of my friends, even some of our reviewers, most of them don't run Japan, some of them. In fact, some people have run to as far as Cyprus. Some went to Australia. In fact, some are in Palestine. Ha! We cannot go. Ha! The Sultan met a man that has been flagged for terrorism, Islamic jihadist, a top jihadist in India. You did not feel that this thing can explode. People can misconstrue it. You welcome it into the soil of Nigeria, where we all have equal rights to. The Christians have equal rights just as the Muslims. But you do not feel maybe I will offend anybody. There's serious problem. There's serious problem. I don't know how Tinubu wants to do it. But what I know is Tinubu is the last Southern president that will have the opportunity. Because going forward, by 2031, God willing, maybe Tinubu will still be the one, or another Southern president will be there by 2027. If Tinubu does not take his time to do the right thing, oh God, I can't say it. I'm scared.
If a foreign country will come and kill them, and this foreign country will make the mistake of saying, I'm going to protect a certain thing, automatically their psyche is that certain thing that you are trying to protect is my enemy. And look how, and you see Nigerians, the Muslims in Nigeria, whether their victims or whatever it is, they wouldn't allow a criminal country
Sheikh,
like.
let me stay with you.
No, wait. They wouldn't allow America to come in here and do any military. What happened with what happened is when French. Oh, sorry.
Thank you very much for joining me once again. Welcome back to my channel. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has summoned the top Islamic sheikhs, clerics in Nigeria to have a sit-down conversation on what is the probable solution about Sharia. Because whether you like it or not, the very basis of the issue going on against the Christians in Nigeria is simply because the Christians have refused to bow to the pressure of some Islamic extremists in the north. Of course, because of that, some people invited some elements in, and today those elements have become monsters. Why they are unaliving Christians in a number that is unaccounted for. We can also say the Muslims in some aspects are also being killed. However, what I found on the Punch newspaper this morning, where they wrote alleged Christian genocide. What is alleged about it? But I understand because, most of these traditional media outfits are regulated, are censored, so they have to be very careful with what they say. We, on the other hand, understand that in the coming days, the United States of America will start inviting Christian clergymen to come into the Senate, into the Congress to testify, because the government of Donald Trump has been charged by the Pope of the Vatican City. You know who the Pope is? In the Christendom, the Pope sits at the top of the pyramid, just as in Kano, Sultan sits on the top of the Islamic faithfuls. This is what the Pope has said, that the Christians in Nigeria must be safe, they must be secured, no lives again must be lost because of what we call religious intolerance, because of what we call Islamization agenda, or what we call forceful conversion to Islam. I mean, what has been going on in Nigeria is not far-fetched. This didn't start in this era. Right from the 1950s, when the British colonial masters, first and foremost, denied us the independence, it was on the premise of religion. Simple. As at then, they said we needed to get an approval from the North, that the North control the polity, and at that time, the North were asking for a condition to be fulfilled. We must have the Sharia inserted into the constitution. And our forebears then, Awolowo and Co said, no, this cannot work. Let us stick to the McFarquharson or whatever constitution that we had then, wherein we will operate according to our region. In your own region, no problem. Let us get this independence as a confederation. However, that independence was delayed for additional 5 years. And by 1960, because of desperation, some people said, okay, let us go. And then we went into that, what we call a mirage called independence. And here we are today, 65 years later, we are still troubled by a law that is supposedly divine. A law that everybody is not ready to live by, however, causes chaos to a lot of lives who are not ready to submit to it. Whether you like it or not, Tinubu summoning the Sultan in the next few days, summoning the Emir, summoning top Islamic religious leaders for a conversation, for a sit down to maybe reduce, or should I say extract Sharia from the constitution, something that we know is almost impossible. This is like you cutting off the hunch from the back of a man with an hunchback. That's almost impossible. You want to kill him. When you see a cow with a hunch, cutting off the hunch will kill the cow. So is it for a man with an hunchback. Taking off the Sharia is like you taking away the very existence of the North. When I mean the North, I mean the Connaught. Okay? So what Tinubu has to do is clear. Let us have a proper sit down. Nigeria has lived for 65 years. So many countries didn't have to live for this long amount of years before they could talk to themselves. They don't have a restructuring. So many countries out there. Switzerland didn't have to go through this horror and trauma. Rwanda did not live even up to 6 years after their independence before they went into what we call the very popular genocide, where in just less than a month, over 1 million people were wiped out. And we